Today is the day before my baby boy is born. Alexandria, I love you. I hope that someday you watch these videos and you realize just exactly what is going on in your life at a much greater extent than you do today. And I wish I was there to lead you through this stuff. But right now, I'm going to talk a little politics to YouTube. So Donald Rainwater, huh? He is a candidate for the gubernatorial race, or for the governorship, to be governor of Indiana. And the reason this name is big here in Indiana right now is because, like, people I know are voting for Donald Rainwater who would have voted for Halcombe. And the reason they are voting for Rainwater is because Halcombe shut the state down. The Libertarian candidate had a 24% had 24% of a poll in one of the more recent polls recently. That's never happened before, as far as I know. I don't really know, but and when I go and watch the videos, Donald Rainwater's videos, he's pretty effective in his speech. He stays on message, and he talks about opening the state up. He talks about wanting to see the science of mask mandates and stuff like that. He himself wouldn't do a mask mandate. And here's the thing about libertarians. Private property is private property. If you go onto someone's property and they require a mask to be worn on that property, you have no rights not to wear that mask. Public property, alternatively, shouldn't exist necessarily, but since it does, it's very hard to govern. And what we have today is this police state. We invite the police into our lives very intimately. And sorry, I'm going somewhere with this. We invite them into our lives to govern things they should have no right to govern, like what we put in our bodies, who we choose to have relationships with, whether it's the same sex, different sex, transgender issues. Police should not be involved in those things. They should not be involved in them at all whatsoever. Libertarians believe in negative rights. They believe that a person has the right to be left alone. They do not believe in positive rights, like the right to have your pre-existing conditions covered in a health care act, like the American Affordable Care Act. Not a lot of people, but the problem with things like the Affordable Care Act, not to get too tangential, is that a lot of people are crowded out of having health care because of the hyper-inflated prices of healthcare over time. If you look at other industries like housing and healthcare and schooling, all of those have heavy government influence in them. All of those are the result of government pouring money in irrationally, and prices just increase and increase and increase, and then someone gets sick. And the prices are so high for basic services that they can't even pay for it. So they either die, or we need to pass legislation to make them acceptable, to encourage emergency rooms to take a patient. So this is absolutely nuts that the United States has come to this. We should have had free market from the start, and the prices of medicine would be far lower. Compare that to industries where prices are allowed to free flow and government does not subsidize anything, like TVs, like laser eye surgery. Those things have gone down in price as time progresses. I mean, laser eye surgery is a medical thing, but it's not covered by most insurance. So since it's not covered by third-party payers, the price of it has declined dramatically. Donald Rainwater I probably lost you on all this libertarian stuff. I don't care. It's what it is. But if you want to open up the economy again, not have our state ushered into a dark winter, as Biden would say, vote for Donald Rainwater. I have a lot of friends, a lot of people who aren't necessarily my friends, but I know them here in Indiana who are voting Donald Rainwater for governor, and they're voting Trump for president. I never thought I would say this, but I was really impressed with Trump's last debate. He wants to open the economy up. And if I weren't trying, if Indiana's going for Trump, so I'm not going to vote for Trump. I'm going to vote for Joe Jorgensen, so that the Libertarians have. So a lot of Libertarians vote for the Libertarian candidate if they're not in a swing state, because that helps out future elections for Libertarians, and it's a good thing. I'm going to vote for Joe Jorgensen and also Donald Rainwater. But there are so many people here in the state of Indiana who are voting for Rainwater and Trump. So it's, instead of straight ticket voting, like a lot of people do, there are people who are voting for Donald Rainwater and voting for Donald Trump. Halcombe made a huge mistake. Huge mistake. He should never have shut down the economy. He should never have treated us like we're idiots. I hope other states do the same. I hope other states vote out governors like Whitmer. I have a friend up in Michigan who says all kinds of bad things about the conditions there, the economy there. And you know what? The economy here is not that good, but it seems to be okay. You know? I don't know. I've made more money in this period of uncertainty than any other time in my life, which is weird. But I don't know. This is a long rant. I think you call that anti-fragile. When you thrive in chaos, you're anti-fragile. If you thrive in order, you're fragile. If order and disorder don't matter to you, you're robust. And that is all. That's the thesis behind Nassim Taleb's book, Anti-Fragile. Anyways, I just wanted to update people on the state of the Indiana gubernatorial race in one fell swoop. And that's the way it seems to be going right now. I'm going to be looking at the election more in these coming days, but tomorrow I'm having a baby, so maybe I'll have some extra time while in the hospital, or maybe I'll have no time at all. Who knows? All right, see ya.